Hello friends, today we will be doing some questions from the past papers for NSO class 7 on reflection by plane mirrors. So these are some questions that I have collected. There are around 4 or 5 questions from the past papers where we need to find what would be the angle of reflection. Now, before we start, we need to understand that there are two laws of reflection. The first is angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. And second is the incident ray, the reflected ray, the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal, they all lie on the same plane. Like they all lie on the same plane. And generally, the normal and the incident ray, the normal, this is just this is not a law, but then this is one of the uh, this is the deduction from these. So normal and the angle of incidence, they make a 90-degree angle. These are the things that we're going to use to solve these questions. So let's begin with the first question. The one that we're doing now is question number 16 from the paper 22-23 set A. Question number 16. Let's just read the question. A ray of light traveling parallel to the floor strikes a plane mirror which is inclined at an angle of 30 as shown in the figure. What is the angle of reflection of the ray? So if you see, this is the incident ray which is coming. Okay. So what we do is, now if you see here, this is, since they're saying it is parallel to the floor. So since they're saying this is parallel to the floor, so this is 30 this will also be 30. These are alternate angles. Then we just draw a normal here. Okay. Not here. So this is my normal. So this and this will become a 90-degree angle. So this is 30. So this becomes 60. 60 plus 30 is 90. And then this is my reflected ray. So angle of incidence is 60. Therefore, angle of reflection will also be 60. So what is the angle of reflection for this ray? So the angle of reflection for this is 60. So the answer for this question is option number B. Let's move on to the second question that we have. A ray of light R striking a mirror XY. This is my XY is shown in the figure. The mirror XY and PQ make an angle of 120 with each other. What is the angle of reflection at PQ? So again, this is 20. So we draw the normal, right? So this is the normal and this gets reflected here and then it'll get reflected, right? So now this is 20. So this has to be 70. So this has to be 70. This is 70. So this has to be 20 because they will make a 90 angle. So this is 20. This is 120. So this becomes 140. So this becomes a 40 angle because this becomes a triangle. This becomes a triangle. So if you use the angle sum property of a triangle, angle sum property says that all the angles of a triangle, they add up to 180. So this is 40 degrees. Then again, we draw a normal here. So this again becomes 90. So this becomes a 50 angle, which is my angle of incidence. So this will also be 50, which will be my angle of reflection. So angle of incidence equals to angle of reflection, which is 50. So the answer for this is again option B. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the third question. Two plane mirrors are placed at 90 to each other. So this is my mirror, this is my mirror. They are placed at 90 degree. A ray of light strikes one mirror, follows the path as shown. What is the value of theta? Now, this is 30-degree angle. This is my incident ray. So this incident ray comes here, gets reflected here, and then again gets reflected from here. Okay, so the first thing that we do is we draw the normal. So once we draw the normal, we know that these two angles make up to 90-degree. So one of the angles is 30-degree. So this becomes 60-degree, which is 90-degree minus 30-degree. So this will also be my 60-degree. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So this will be 30 degrees. Again, 90 minus 60 is 30. This is 90, correct? So now this becomes a triangle. So this becomes angle sum property. 180 minus 90 minus 30, which is 90 minus 30. So this becomes 60 degree. Then what do we do? Again, we draw a normal here. So this is 60. So this becomes 30. If this is 30, then this becomes 30. Again, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. And this is my normal. So this is 30. So this also becomes 60 degree, which is 90 minus 30, which is 60 degree. So the answer for this is option C. Okay. So this is how you do these questions. You have to first draw a normal, take this as 90 degree, find the missing angles and then move from there. Okay. Then we do this question, which is question 17. Two plane mirrors, PQ are kept an angle of 50 degree. As shown, a light ray strikes XY, the mirror P at R, okay, making an angle of 50 degrees. What will be the angle of reflection? Okay, now what is the angle of reflection if this is 50 degrees? Now, so this is 40 degrees. Then this gets reflected here. This is 50 degrees. And so this becomes 40 degrees. So this is 50 and 40. So angle sum property. So this is 90 degrees. So this is my normal, correct? So it's the reflected rays coming like this, then again getting reflected back. So there is no angle that's getting formed, or it's a 0-degree angle that's getting formed at Q. So my answer for this is option B. I hope you understand these questions. These questions are coming repeatedly in the past papers and the new papers. So I hope you understand this. All the best for your exams. Thank you for watching.